Gavin Newsom, I am impressed. Thank you for standing up to that schoolyard bully. We have been waiting for a Democrat leader to do what you're doing. They all could be doing it, but they're too busy hiding behind their mama's skirts. Thank you for standing up, making him look like the fool he is and the uneducated man that he is. I wish you the best, Gavin. I look forward to your daily tweets, your press conferences. I live in rural America, and you have given me more hope in the last week than anybody has in the last 2 years. Keep it up, buddy. I will support you till the end. And from all of us, thank you for taking on that bully.
Newsom hasn't even been trolling Trump for a week yet, and Trump already stopped doing caps lock on all of his posts. Folded faster than a lawn chair.
The Newsom and Trump saga continues. Donald Tiny Hands has written his autobiography this morning. Unfortunately, low IQ, he spelled it wrong. Beta. Soon you will be a fired beta because of my perfect, beautiful maps. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now let's see the comments. What a terrible post. As parody, it doesn't feel like Trump's style at all. He doesn't use parentheses and rarely dashes. It was probably written by AI. This shit is so cringe. You suck at imitating Trump. But I get it, Newsom has no appeal whatsoever. Everyone sees him as a greasy slime ball who closes his legs tight, no balls, and talks with his hands like a woman. The person who commented this has Mary as the profile picture, but I digress. Listen, if you saw the amount of crap that Trump has posted, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for what Newsom's doing at all. He is literally a bully, and he told a lot of people that they had a low IQ and that he has the highest IQ ever.
Nah, I don't care. I do not care what your beef was or is with Gavin Newsom. I know some Californians have issues with the homelessness thing, with other things he's covered. That all has to go away right now. That man deserves your support 1,000,000,000%. We have been begging any leadership from the Democratic side, anybody with a soul at this point, to stop this orange asshole and his regime from taking away people's freedom, their rights, from destroying our Constitution. And not only do we finally have somebody who is willing to stand up and fight this dirty firefight with fire, but arguably has as much power as the President of the United States. Remember that phrase, they go low, we go high? Not anymore. No. They went low, and this man went lower, undercut, and then cut the power supply out from underneath him. Have you not seen the tweet storm? Gavin Newsom's office put a tweet storm out that not only copied exactly the way Trump types in all capitals, but it used phrases of his, challenged him to a face-off over the soul of our nation with the threat of redistricting seats. This is the type of stuff we have been begging for. This will not only frustrate him and take him down, but if this keeps cycling the way it's going, he's going to stop Trump dead in his tracks. Give him your support right now.
Did y'all see Zaddy Newsom's latest tweet? I fucking love this one. This one is genius. Okay. He said, many people are saying, and I agree, that I, Gavin C. Newsom, America's favorite governor, deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. Why? Because of the most incredible maps in the history of mapping, even Columbus. These maps will end the very rigged elections, make America great again, MAGA, retake Congress for the people, and save democracy. Nobody else could have done this. Certainly not self-proclaimed master deal maker Donald Taco Trump, Tiny Hands, who missed the deadline and lost. Sad. Peace through maps. No one has ever done this before. I am the peacetime governor now, stopping political wars before they start. Harmony, unity, even love. The Nobel Committee has given this award to lesser people for much less. I, Gavin C. Newsom, actually earned it. The world will be safer, kinder, and frankly, more beautiful because of my maps. Give Gavin the Nobel, many are saying. Thank you for your attention to this matter. GCN. I agree that Newsom should get the Nobel Peace Prize because he's bringing all of us together. He's bringing all the Democrats together. He's bringing all of America together. He definitely deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. There's a certain person by the name of Dookie Booty who will never deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. And I hope he never, ever gets considered for the Nobel Peace Prize. But Gavin Zaddy Newsom, yes, he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize today, tomorrow, any day, okay? So go ahead and push it out there, y'all, that Gavin Newsom deserves a Nobel Peace Prize just so we can piss Dookie Booty off.
Gavin Newsom might just be the only Democrat actually meeting the moment right now. He's playing Trump's game right back with him. He's doing the social media stuff, but he's also doing it with action. He didn't just sit up on Twitter and complain about Texas Republicans redrawing the maps. He said, bet we're going to do the same thing in California. You want to rig the maps, we're going to do the same shit. Matter of fact, election day is November 4th for voters to vote on those new maps where Democrats will have more of an advantage. And then he's actually communicating the threats that Donald Trump is doing in a way that people can actually understand. During his press conference yesterday, he basically was like, if Trump successfully rigs these midterm elections, he is going to try to run for a third term. I'll show you the clip.
Up, America. Wake up. You will not have a country if he rigs this election. You will have a president who will be running for a third term. Mark my word. I wasn't exaggerating when I said that I received in the mail a Trump 2028 hat from one of his biggest supporters. These guys are not screwing around. The rules do not apply to him. The most corrupt president in history. He doesn't believe in free enterprise, crony capitalism. He is wrecking this country, wrecking the economy. He's a lawless president. Wake up, America. Wake up to...
And then his press office has been basically mocking Donald Trump's way of posting and basically trolling Trump with their tweets about all of the maps and everything. But yeah, this is just a Gavin Newsom appreciation post. I think he's going to have so much support in 2028. This man has not been playing any games with Trump. Before Trump even sat in office, he started strategizing how California was going to be pushing back against this administration.
Okay, for real, what the heck is this? That looks like a tweet from Gavin Newsom to get President Trump's attention. He's redrawing state lines, and also, why is he calling him a taco? Why is this? He's being insulting. It's comedy. It's the same way as how Trump has to always say losing Biden, sleepy Biden, stuff like that. So he's just using the exact same tone to just make fun of the president. From your favorite governor? He's not the best governor. I mean, California is the 4th largest GDP in the entire world, so kinda, yeah. This is unacceptable though. Why wouldn't he not just send a formal letter to the president? Trump has to re-level a 5th grader and also the attention level of a 1st grader. So this is the reason why, because he's using his words to make it all in caps so he can actually read it. This is unprofessional. Unprofessional at all. So you agree that the President of the United States should also not tweet in this way? No, when Trump does it, it's completely fine because, I'm not in a cult, but he needs to get his information out. So when he does in all caps, he does. That's what Gavin Newsom did. He put it in all caps so Trump would actually read it. And we are redistricting lines because that's what Texas is doing. And we're just combating that. And we're making sure that MAGA does not win in the midterms. But that's not fair, though. He can't change the lines. I forget who said it, but you don't bring a pencil to a knife fight. You bring a knife to a knife fight. And that's what we're doing. So, I don't know. Get over it. Build a bridge.
So Gavin Newsom is already the nominee for 2028. It's already over. It's done. And the billionaires in the party have decided this. Here's how I know. I work in political media consulting, and the things that Gavin Newsom is doing right now with the media teams and the multimedia platforms and everything like that costs money. A lot of it. 10 people, 20 people teams, all managing, producing content, doing pitches to podcasts, paying for placement of various different things on various different platforms. All of that costs more money than the DNC has right now, than the California Democratic Party has right now, than even Gavin Newsom has right now, which leads me to, based on current finance reports, which leads me to believe that effectively that the powers that be, the billionaires who are not MAGA, have already selected Gavin Newsom And frankly, they've message tested and they know what works. Resistance by any means necessary. And we're seeing that in the fundraising space as well, is that is what donors are reacting more positively to. And when people react in a donation way, they also react, positively when content and engaging and supporting and that kind of thing. Resistance by any means necessary is the name of the game in democratic politics right now. The Newsom machine has already figured this out and is pressed pedal to the metal, and they've got the donors behind them as well. And frankly, I kind of like what they are doing. Do I like everything that Newsom's ever done? No, but I like the resistance by any means necessary. That's great and exactly what we need right now. So if the other Democratic nominees want to even have a chance of catching up before the primary, which no, and come back to this video in a couple years, I don't think they will. This is over. The big money has already decided. They've put their eggs in that basket, and it's happening. It's going. Here's what Florida Democrats can ultimately learn from this, is that because that's what the name of the game is right now, our leadership should be doing the same, leading things on public records requests in the state area. We saw that a little bit a few months ago with Alligator Alcatraz and the legislators showing up there, but it kind of just stopped there. Like it was a camera appearance and then they moved on, right? Like, no, repeated headlines and then also pitching that, mass resistance coming on here on social media. I think Representative Angie Nixon is doing a really good job of that. And then also, pushing it constantly to press outlets. That takes time, energy, money, and manpower, which I understand they don't have a lot of, but they have a leg up as legislators. There should be more resistance by any means necessary instead of just like, well, we're kind of stuck because we're in the super minority. There's always something you can do. When legislative session rolls right back around, maybe they can't do what the Texas Democrats did, which was, leave to block the quorum from happening. We don't have enough members here in Florida to make that happen. But what they could do is just flood the zone with positive legislation that they could then say the Republicans are voting down and not putting on the schedule the next time the election rolls around. I've been saying they should do that for years. None of their stuff is getting passed anyways. So just start putting in ridiculous and practical bills that the Republicans will vote down anyways because they're sponsored by Democrats. The Newsom maneuver, like it or not, works, and it's what the people want.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. This can't be real. What about all that no king stuff from a couple weeks ago? I mean, seriously, it's fine now? Totally fine? I mean, really, what's the difference? I guess emphasis on the D, right? Just the hypocrisy. I mean, there's lots of hypocrisy coming from the left. There's no doubt about it. There's tons. But even this is just a little bit too on the nose, even for y'all. I guess I just don't, out of all of them, it's Gavin Newsom. That's who does it for you. I mean, don't you all have that, that little internal voice, that alarm that goes off when you see, somebody who is obviously a slime ball? I mean, seriously, the first time I ever laid eyes on the guy, all politics aside, right, back in the day, before I was even really into politics, I saw that guy, and I'm like, that guy gives me the creeps. For real though, doesn't everybody have that, right? That thing that's in our, instinctual, that is built into our DNA, that, warns us of predators. That thing, if somebody behind you is staring at you, you can feel it, right? It doesn't make sense from all of the senses, but you can feel it because you have that little internal alarm. What happened to y'all? Do you not have that? Anyways, I guess I gotta jump on that no kings bandwagon now. I don't know what else to do.
I feel like I am watching an episode of The Real Housewives between Donald Trump and Gavin Newsom, but this is giving me the life that I need right now, because if I don't laugh, I'm definitely gonna cry. So this is the tweet Gavin Newsom sent out to Donald Trump yesterday after his meeting with Vladimir Putin. Let's get into it. Trump fled the podium with Putin. No questions, nothing. Total low energy. The man looked like he had just eaten 3 buckets of KFC with Vlad. Is he afraid the press will ask about me, America's favorite governor, and the fact I stole the cameras this week with the maps? Many people are saying he begged Putin to hold his hands tiny on the way out. Admit it, Donnie J, you're terrified because this was the worst week of your life because of me. Gavin C. Newsom. The maps will end your presidency, retake Congress for the people, and expose your rigged little game. My perfect maps are more beautiful than anything in Trump Tower, which many say smells weird. Not that smells weird, bestie. Blank whoever at explain this disaster. Enjoy your flight home, Donald. You're Putin's problem now. I'm America's solution. GCN. We might need a reality TV show contract because I cannot look away from this. Instead of Love Island, can you imagine Political Island with these two contenders? I can't.
I'm making this video because it has come to my attention. Literally, I just saw the video. That's why I'm making this video. But Gavin Newsom has to be the 2028 pick. I don't like it either. If that was your reaction, is I don't like that. Sorry, he has to be the 2028 Democratic pick. I don't see anyone else, any third party candidate that could get popular within this time. I don't think would even have the backing that Gavin Newsom already has. He is conventionally attractive, he is outspoken, and he doesn't like Donald Trump. And he no longer when they go low, we go high. No, when they go low, we go lower. So he just has to be the pick. That's my prediction. It's in line with a lot of other people's predictions. We're not gonna have a first female president, it seems. Maybe after Gavin Newsom, but he has to be the pick. Sorry.
California Governor Gavin Newsom just released a brand new ad slamming Donald Trump for trying to cheat in the 2026 elections. Just take a look.
Wake up, America. Wake up to what Donald Trump is doing. Here he is once again trying to rig the system. He doesn't believe in the rules. We can't stand back and watch this democracy disappear district by district. We have got to meet fire with fire. We're asking the voters for their consent to do midterm redistricting to level the playing field all across the United States. On November 4th, you have the power to stand up to Trump. Donald Trump, you have poked the bear, and we will punch back. This is a serious moment. Wake up.
Man, Gavin Newsom is just hitting Donald Trump from all sides right now, whether it be amazing ads like that, social media posts, policy proposals like his redistricting effort. Trump just can't keep up. But aside from that, Gavin Newsom is right to sound the alarm here. This is an incredibly important moment. Republicans are trying to rig the game, ignore the rules, and do their own thing. Voters in California, and quite frankly in states across the country, have the ability to push back on them. So if you live in California, vote in favor of the maps on November 4th. Let's get this done.
You can't get anyone to follow you. You can't get anyone to go along with your ideas because you made a persuasive case that you have good ideas. No, you don't even bother because you know you can't convince anyone. You're a stuttering old demented buffoon who has barely a 4th grade mastery of the English language. The guy is a freaking buffoon. He can't convince anyone of anything. And he has no good ideas. They're all a disaster. So he can't convince anyone to do anything. So he imposes it on people by executive order. Most of which, of course, are flagrantly illegal and unconstitutional. But given the corruption in our court system, even if they do eventually rule against this dictator, how many months is it going to take for the courts to catch up with him? And will he even obey the courts if they do rule against him? The point is, he's not a strong man. He's a weak man. He is a bully, and all bullies are weak. That's why they're bullies. Donald Trump's personality defects, his mental disorders, cause him to be the way that he is. A weak, narcissistic bully. This is not a strong man. That's what Gavin Newsom is calling out in this next clip. Let's take a look. And go.
Wake up, America.
Oh,
Wake up.
damn it. See, I told you. I suck at technology. I can't even go over to the next tab. There we go. Go.
Why else would you make the phone call? He's a failed president. Who else sends ICE same time having a conversation like this? Someone who's weak. Someone who's broken. Someone whose weakness is masquerading his strength. The most unpopular president in modern history. An economy that's collapsing all around him.
This man, Donald Trump, I'm not going to play this whole clip. Gavin Newsom is exactly right. He is already a failed president. If the American people's version of what a successful president is the standard by which we measure him. Now, I don't know if in his eyes he thinks he's a failed president. Of course he doesn't. He never admits any errors, any mistakes, that he could possibly be a failure. But this may be going exactly as he has planned. He doesn't give a shit about the American people. He doesn't care if anyone loses their job or loses their home or loses their health insurance. He's getting his. He's got a $400 million plane gifted to him that he's going to spend $1 billion of our tax dollars retrofitting, and then apparently Congress is just going to let him take it with him. He's grifting billions of dollars through corruption and bribery and money from his freaking mindless cult followers who will pay for any crap that he puts out there. This is the most corrupt president in history. So he may think this is going great. He's getting everything he wants. Hey, number one, he's staying out of prison, at least for now. He got to, wipe away those indictments where he was almost certainly going to end up in prison if he didn't win the election. So, number one on the list, check, stay out of prison. Number two, make billions through the office of the presidency, through bribes and kickbacks and shakedowns and grifting. Box number two, check. So from his perspective, he's been being wildly successful so far because he hasn't faced any pushback. Hopefully until now. Hopefully things will start to change now. And hopefully other elected Democrats around the country will start following suit, because another thing I've been telling you, and I'm going to get to this a little bit more in a few minutes.
You guys, come on. It's scary and it's laughable, but Fox News has no self-awareness, and their people are just as poorly educated as their bases. This is fucking ridiculous. This is exactly why we have what we have, because it's like the blind leading the blind. They are literally clutching their pearls because Newsom is putting up tweets to mock and to call out Mr. Taco Tits Trump, little man, little Taco Tits Trump. They're pointing out to Gavin Newsom's grammar and what he's saying in these tweets, and they're literally dissecting his tweets and talking about his grammar when all Gavin is doing is copying the way that Trump's write his tweets. But they don't realize that Gavin Newsom's tweets are freaking Trump tweets. They're stupid.
Can I just say, love him or hate him, I am absolutely 1000% on board with everything Gavin Newsom and his team are doing right now. Just absolutely trolling the Trump administration, and Trump specifically. Like, he sends out so nice. And Trump people can't say anything. They can't. They cannot say a thing about this because Trump has many of these. He's even shown some of them on his own Truth Social. It's really brilliant because none of MAGA can question this. Love this one. Okay, so this Carl, whoever the fuck he is, I am looking forward to November 4th when California voters hand Gavin Newsom a humiliating defeat by rejecting his corrupt and dishonest redistricting scheme. In one fell swoop, they will, 1, defend their fair elections, and 2, end his political career. Well, Gavi here sent this little thing. Ex-councilman, this fella here, accused of in City Hall with his hands. Newsom says, "You won't be handing us anything, Carl." It's just like zero fucks, zero shits given. He doesn't care. And that's what we need, this shit. This is what we need. Gavin Newsom shared this Kristi Noem tweet from 2024. If Joe Biden federalizes the National Guard, that would be a direct attack on states' rights. Over the last several years, we've seen Democrats try to take away our freedom of religion, assembly, and speech. We can't let them take away our right to defend ourselves, too. Gavin Newsom simply shared this and said, "This aged well." Because it's what Trump is literally doing as we speak, or what he's trying to do. And then you have this knockoff Kroger brand Anderson Cooper here. Anderson Drooper. Stop it, that was stupid.
Gavin Newsom, meantime, posting this on X, Liz, using all capitals, of course, trying to mock Trump, use Trump style. He's been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
He says, quoting, Trump just fled the podium with Putin. No questions, nothing. Total low energy. The man looked like he'd just eaten 3 buckets of KFC with Vlad. Admit it, Donnie J. You're terrified because this was the worst week of your life because of me, Gavin C. Newsom. I think he's To be funny.
It is
I think,
funny.
I mean, I don't know what he's trying to do, but,
Yes, you
but
do.
it comes across as childish. And what are you're the governor of the biggest state in the union? What are you doing?
Right?
Honestly, I feel like he's trying so hard.
It's amazing the amount of zigs and zags these people do. Clearly, people on Fox News and MAGA people in general, they're irritated. They're annoyed with, and they're whatever with Gavin Newsom putting out these tweets and stuff that are basically mimicking exactly what Donald Trump does. And they're saying it's childish and insane, and yet when Trump does it, it's not. It's funny to them. They didn't call this childish or insane. They don't call any of his all shouty caps fucking Democrats are extortionist tweets or truth socials. They don't call any of those out. They don't say any of those are crazy or insane. I wonder why the fuck that is. It's because him and everyone like him, including all MAGA people, are sad sacks of sad garbage. They will go out of their way to jump through the highest possible hoops to ignore everything that Donald Trump does that they know is really stupid and bad and childish. And they will praise him and they will put him on a pedestal. At the same time, they're calling out the behavior that Donald Trump is doing, but actually it's being done by someone else. It goes to show that the things that Donald Trump does tweet out, it does bother them. They just can't say anything about it, because God forbid you go against Daddy Trump. They are calling what Gavin Newsom is doing childish. Therefore, they have painted themselves now in the corner and basically confirming that they consider what Donald Trump does childish and insane and stupid. This, whoever the hell he is, and every MAGA person are sniveling little cowards. And when that man finally croaks from eating his last McDouble that was dipped in a fucking McFlurry, they won't have his protection anymore. They won't have that shield. But we remember. We know exactly who they are. And this is who you are for the rest of your lives. All of you. No, there is no coming back. This is you now. Meanwhile, I really hope Gavin Newsom continues doing this shit. We don't go higher when they go low. We use shovels and backhoes, and we go even lower. The only people that they can be mad at is themselves, because they created this. Behavior they're saying is abhorrent on our end, well, we're just regurgitating what you guys do.